What's going on, guys? Today we're going to go over my black hybrid deck profile. We'll start with our Tama, obviously. We're playing 4 Mother D Reaper. 15k DP, unaffected by your opponent's effects. We're pretty obvious why we play this. Next we'll go with our level 4s. My list is a little bit different than others. I play like Beetlemons and Metal Kabuterimons, as you'll see, so it's not like your standard Mother control deck. So we start by playing 4 Mercurymon. This is already different than most lists. Most you'll see either like 2 or less of this because we play more his other form, his Slide Evolution. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. Sephirothmon or whatever. So 4 Mercurymons. On play when Digivolving, you can give something blocker. This can come up sometimes if you don't see Shoto. You can give your Mother blocker, another Digimon blocker if you need to. So really good card. We're playing 2 of Sephirothmon. When Digivolving, you give one of your opponent's Digimon taunts, so pretty good. You can Digivolve for 3 on top of a Black Tamer, or for 1 on top of Mercurymon, so pretty good. Obviously, you know, this is what can help enable a lot of your ace plays. This is where my list starts to get a little bit different than some. We're playing 4 Metal Kabuterimon. This is becoming standard in most Mother control lists now because it's got just it's got blocker to start with, but then it also has on play and when Digivolving, Digivolve 1, so pretty good. Inheritable also blocker, which comes up a lot. Having to Digivolve for 4 onto your Tamers can be pretty bad sometimes, but we are playing JP and the Beetlemon, so sometimes we can do that for less. But there's also a reason why we're playing this card, as you guys will see later. And then we are playing 2 Beetlemon. It's when a Digivolving effect is okay. It just can't be deleted by your opponent's effects, which can come up sometimes. It's all turns is okay. Getting to play back out the JP, so that's fine. It's when attacking, you can slide Evo into the Metal Kabuterimon for 1 less, so it's essentially free. Didn't do that too often tonight until I had to try and push for game and dig for more cards. So hybriding for I think 3 is kind of rough too, so that's all right. Next, we're getting into our level 5s. These are also a little bit different. This is pretty standard in most lists. 3 Mamimons. On play and when Digivolving, you can reveal the top 5 cards of your deck and play out a 4-cost Tamer. The best part about this card, outside of that though, is you get to see your top 5 cards, and then if you can choose to put them at the top or the bottom. There was a situation tonight where I had to see a certain card, and it wasn't in those first 5 cards. So I bottom decked those, and I got to the card I needed to quicker because of that. This just helps with that. It's also really cool. This is on play and when Digivolving. This effect also came up a couple times tonight with another card we're playing. You can, when you play another Digimon by an effect, you can give a Digimon blocker, so it's really good. Next, we're playing 3 Rapid ones. On play when Digivolving, Digivolve 1 is always handy, and then if you have a green Tamer, which most of the time we do. There were a couple occasions tonight where I didn't, but this card just basically becomes immune to everything, minus I think DP.
Yeah,
no.
And D-Evo.
Yeah, DP and D-Evo. The Inheritable never came up because most of the time, like, I wasn't swinging over Digimon with this card, so, or with, like, you know, this and his Inheritable, so really good card. Having to Digivolve for 4 can be rough sometimes, but there were a couple times where I would just on play it and be like, hey, like, I'm gonna hurt you next turn. So next we're playing 2 Edomons. I felt like I had enough cards that gave out taunt that I didn't need to play any more copies of this. If I was gonna make one change, I might cut out a Rapidmon for a 3rd Edomon, just because I feel like maybe the Edomon would come up more often. Yeah, I mean, we all know what this card does. It's been terrorizing people for formats. Probably super underutilized still to this day. Like, yeah, if you play ace cards and you play a yellow or black deck like this, just can come up a lot. Then we're playing 2 Shikuamons. Really good removal if you're DNA Digivolving, which you should be with this deck. Partition's really nice. You get back out your level 4s, and the Mercurymon has an on play, and so does the Metal Kabuterimon. So we're triggering those if, you know, the partition triggers with this. Being immune to effects is really good, obviously, and then when DNA Digivolving based off your security or their security, you can put that level Digimon back into the bottom of your opponent's security. So really good. Now to our level 6s and all our ace cards. Obviously the main man himself, Shadow Seraphimon, playing 3 copies of him. when Digivolving and on play, Digivolve 3. Obviously, that's really good. I mean, 3 stages is a lot. Not many cards do that nowadays. Like, heck, this is like a whole option card in Ultimate Flare, minus deleting the level 3. So, all turns, once per turn, when attack would be switched, you can give something minus 5,000. And he has blockers, so most of the time that's triggering off when they're attacking. So you're Digivolving that attacking Digimon and killing it. So, really handy, really useful, very good card. Next, we're playing 3 Cherubimon Aces, and this is why my list is a little bit different than some of the other ones I've seen. Most of the time this would be like a Vikemon or a Mega Gargomon, but I really wanted to play the Metal Kabuterimons and some of the Beetlemons. So the cool thing about this card is you get to play this out for free, and it has its on play, so most of the time you'd be playing this out. You would Digivolve stuff, and then if you have them on the Mommymon underneath this, you can give something blocker, including the Cherubimon himself. So you can potentially kill a Digimon your opponent has on the board based on how many Digimon you have on the board, and then you can like block with it. So it's a pretty neat little combo. But that's why we're playing Cherubimon Ace instead of something more common like the Mega Gargomon. It just helps with removal, and then this is well, at least for me, this was my main aggression tonight, was the Cherubimon, because I never really wanted to swing with my Shadow Seraphimon because he's just so useful. You never really want to swing with this. This was like the main card I was attacking people with, so really good card. And it works with Mother, you know, making him 27,000. So next we're playing our level 7s. I couldn't find a second Quartz, so I put in a second Death X, which I'll probably just keep this way. This card's just way too useful. I don't even see it in a lot of lists nowadays for decks. I don't know why this card is still very impactful in the game right now. I played this for free multiple times tonight and then just wiped the boards. Caleb was playing Commandramon tonight and had 7 cards on the field. I played this, blew up everything but one, and then I think I Digivolved into an Edelmon and then made it attack me and cleared his whole board. No, you know what I did? I Shikuamon'd it. I put it to the bottom of his security, cleared his whole board. Yeah, very good card. And then we played the 1 Quartzmon. It came up twice tonight, I think. It won me 1 match. Other than that, it's whatever. It's still a really good card, but it's way better late game than anything, in my opinion. Yeah. Next, we're playing Tamers. Obviously, we're playing a lot in this build. We're playing 4 Taikamiyas. And all of these get played off the Mommymon because they're all 4 or less. So, really good card, Memory Setter. And then when an attack is switched, you can draw a card and give something 2,000. The 2,000 never came up, but the draw is also really good because you're not Digivolving a whole lot in this deck, so you want some of that draw power. So outside of this and Mommymon, you're not really seeing a whole lot of cards. Next, we're playing the main man himself, for Shoto. Probably the best card in the deck next to like Mother. Just giving this to, we still don't understand why they let this interaction happen. I guess to slow the game down or whatever. But giving stuff blocker, and then if your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory. There's not much more to say for that. There's just too much value in this card. And then we're playing 4 Satsuki just for a cheap tamer. You're never getting its inheritable because you don't play any of these cards, but when you hybrid, you can like unmind link at the end of turn, so you get to keep your tamer to, you know, do more hybrid plays the next turn. So really good. Also has the same thing as Shadow. If your opponent has a Digimon, you gain a memory. And then probably the most useless card in this whole deck, I'd probably cut it down to 2 and find room for something else. 3 JPs. It just never came. I never used this because your hybrids are so valuable. You just never want to trash them to draw cards. And then I never really had enough of them to really utilize playing this out as a Beetlemon was destroyed or whatever. So I would probably cut this down to 2 or 1 even, or maybe all together. Yeah, this would probably be one of the first cards I changed.
If you were playing like the new Mercury Sephiroth combo, you could like trash it and then Evo and tuck it. Yeah.
Right. So that might even be like a better line to play. So yeah, it is what it is. And then I'm playing 2 Ultimate Flares. Another card I would probably change. It came up once tonight. It's Ultimate Flare. Maybe it costs too much now. Maybe the game's like just too far by. Like Digivolving 3 is nice, but like this 8 cost is a lot. And honestly, this next card, Trident Arm, Maybe just does it better because it also enables the my ace plays.
Yeah.
So de-digivolving for 3 as well, but then your opponent has to attack, so it enables my ace plays. So maybe this is just like better. Like I could change this out a little bit, or maybe find better option cards to play. Then I also played one Laplace, which I didn't even ever play tonight. I never used it once. There was just never like a opportune time to play it. It's a good card. I'm not saying like I would cut it because there could be instances where you would use it. It just never came up for me tonight. So it was a fun deck. A little bit different than most Mother Control decks. I would suggest giving it a try because it does have different lines, and I don't think it's as slow or as maybe tedious or boring as like most Mother Control decks could be. Because the Shrubimon Ace can give you that aggression that this deck like sorely lacks. Like you can put in damage and checks with the Shrubimon Ace, which the other version can't do. So
Yeah.
I would give it a try, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a great day.